Power of 30 days. Real talk, some days you're not able to do your planned workout, but you can always do your diet. So I had an appointment about a trade school today, and place that we had to go check out, and I was able to do that. And then I had a video shoot, which was somewhat physical, and that I had to be on my feet for 2 hours in the evening. And I'm coming home now at 9:49, and I don't know, I could get on that treadmill, but I'm thinking maybe I might not make that, but I have been on point on my diet, so I'll be under the 1,200 calories I've given myself daily for day 3, and I'll just try to jump back on. I'll consider this a rest day, and I'll try to jump back on the horse for full self-empowerment and actualization for day 4 of the Power of 30 Days. So as I mentioned, day 3 was kind of a wash due to life getting in the way of the working out. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen to you. Just gotta be prepared to call that a rest day and then move on with renewed purpose the next opportunity you get. So I wanted to, as I mentioned, I wanted to kind of alternate the easier workouts with the tougher workouts. So I'm back at Mar Mountain today, and on the way over here, it just started raining hard. I wanted to come up and get a peek at the top while the clouds and stuff were in that immediate post-rain phase, because it's gorgeous. And I know I'm gonna try to hit at least an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. So I think I'm gonna try the 4-mile loop trail, which starts at the bottom and not really known for the great vistas. So I wanted to pop up here to the top and get a look at what was to be seen. It's really beautiful up here. What a great resource for anyone interested in hiking or doing their exercise out of doors. I noticed that the day 2 video that's actually uploading right now is pretty long, because I used the GoPro to record the whole walk. And I may do that today, but a little bit differently, because ultimately I end up condensing it down. Nobody's gonna watch an hour and 44-minute video of me and the dog walking through town. But I think what I might do today is try a time-lapse video, and just record like an image every 4 seconds or so from my over-the-shoulder rig that I worked up with a backpack. And I think I'm going to pop the GoPro in the old waterproof case, since it is so wet today, but you won't hear the sound that well, so I'll just put music over that and whatnot. And on that note, doing a documentary of this whole process for me, it's another piece of my motivation. It's real easy for me to get distracted by my music or whatever and think, hey, I'll just step over to this music for a while and not do anything on the fitness plan today. But ultimately that always leads to that burning out and failure. So I'm trying to combine my interest in filmmaking with my desire and need to get healthy. So that's the idea. That's why you're seeing all this talking to the camera. It's not because I'm particularly fond of doing so. I don't have those mad crazy mic skills, like a lot of people do. My buddy Jamie, you stick a camera in his face and it's like it was rehearsed and ready, always ready to go. I can't do that. That's not one of my gifts. But it's not supposed to be like the WWE anyway. It's supposed to be like a slice of real life. So that's why documentary format works so well for me. And on that note, that's one of the reasons I wasn't able to walk yesterday. I was working on the documentary for the men's soccer team for my new associate and friend Ron Vigil, and covering that with a drone and a second camera was a handful. It takes about 2 hours, and of course I have to charge batteries and prep for it. So in that sense, it was a lot of work to do. In addition to, I mentioned I had an appointment to check out a trade school that I'm interested in the Huntersville area. So that was quite the jaunt. And then of course we went to eat dinner somewhere over there, lunch I should say, which in my case I had the steak fajitas at a Cuban restaurant. And because I'm trying to accomplish this weight loss thing, that means no tortillas, no rice. So I just ate the steak, the onions, the bell peppers, And the refried beans, once again, I know what you're thinking. Refried beans, not a good thing, not a good look. But I tell you, on Tuesday when I did this hike on Sugarloaf, even in the pouring rain, it felt fantastic to get out here in nature and kind of start practicing what I'm hoping to do. And on that note, I'll go ahead and kind of share my goals for the summer. Long-term goals, I want to walk the Appalachian Trail. I'm in no kind of shape to do that right now. You got to carry at least a 30-pound pack, maybe more, if you want to live comfortably while you're on that trail. I don't envision myself ever doing 5 months straight through, but perhaps doing it in sections of a month at a time, if I can work up to that. But living here at the foot of the Uwharrie mountain chain, there are a lot of great hiking resources like Marr Mountain, and obviously the Uwharries have a trail right through them. And for my project for the summer, since of course with my dad passing earlier and so many things happening, it financially kept me from going as planned to start the AT this year, I'm gonna try to hike the entire length of the trail through the Uwharries, and that's about 20 miles. Not a big deal. Like, I could probably walk that in 2 days easily right now, but I don't want to come away from it with a terrible experience thinking I never want to hike again. I want to kind of hike my hike, as they say, have a good time with it, and then ultimately probably take my little dog with me. I've got Beauty here today. Here she is. Look at her. She loves going on these walks with me. Doesn't matter if it's raining or whatnot. She is all about it. So I plan to do as many of these prep hikes as I can with her, because I don't think it's practical to take her on the AT for the big hike whenever that happens, whenever that starts. But I can take her on all the training hikes, and so my goal before it gets really cold weather is to hike that 20 miles and camp out overnight. And I think it's a reasonable goal, considering that, you know, it's going to be taxing, but it's something that I could do without any training probably. I wouldn't be comfortable. I'd hurt myself for sure as far as being sore, maybe pulling things. So I'm just really trying to take care of avoiding injuries. And right now I'm doing all this prep in tennis shoes, and that's a problem. I really need to get over into hiking boots, but to get any kind of good sort of hiking boots, they're expensive. So I'm going to just slowly build up the kit that I need to do this project, and a big part of that is 2 or 3 times a week trying to get out here tomorrow or over at Uwharrie and get those hikes in. So that is my goal, and that's why we're here right now in the drizzling rain, about to walk the 4 mile loop trail. I was thinking about doing Sugarloaf again, but coming down Sugarloaf with these tennis shoes on in the wet, which I've already done this week, it was I felt like I was really close to slipping and falling, and I don't want to do that, especially not with the dog. I'm not going to carry the pack today, although in general, mainly because I want to carry my backpack rig for the GoPro and film this hike. But generally speaking, I want to carry that pack every day with increasing weight till I get up to what it would take for my whole kit for the hike. And I think that's a practical approach to getting where it doesn't bother me so much. But ideally, I want to lose 30 pounds to kind of, that pack's going to be 30, 35 pounds. I want to lose, 30, 40 pounds to make that a lot easier on me. So far, I don't know. I was speaking to my friend Justin about this. There's things that as a bigger person you're going to be inherently bad at. Sprinting, for example, swimming great distances, anything cardiovascular that's going to tax you. But I will say carrying a pack is one of the few things that, already being a bigger person walking around every day, at 330 pounds, my legs are quite conditioned for a lot of weight. So the net result of that is, when I put a 30-pound pack on my back, it's a smaller percentage of my normal body weight, so it's not that hard to carry. It did make a little bit of tightness in my neck because I wasn't used to it, but the idea is to get gradually used to that. And I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem for me. Still, I want to prepare for it properly to avoid injury, which is the whole point of all these prep hikes. That, and of course, losing weight. Looks like it's about time to put the old GoPro in the waterproof case and get on this hike. So that's going to be all the talking for this one, and I'll catch back up with you guys on day 4.